All right, let me show you how I bring in some of my digital canvas backdrops. There's the before and there's the after. EVOTO AI, it makes it so easy. Before, same model, and after, I mean, that's really cool right there. I mean, that just totally changed the look of the photo, right? Let's look at this model here. There's before. I mean, I like it before. It's pretty cool, just the orange backdrop paper. There's after. We just added a little texture, right? Let's look at this one. There's before and there's after. We've got her almost set up in a scene, right, in a room. Really cool on that one. We got the shadows and everything. Okay, I'm just going to go through these and show you how I went about changing these, updating these, doing these. This one's really cool because it changed the entire look. So I'm just going to go through my process. I'm not going to stop and explain everything. I'm just going to do them. Okay, so let's start with this one. Had kind of a high key backdrop. Looks pretty good. I'm just going to go to my backdrops, right? And I've already imported all of my digital canvas backdrops. If you don't have these, go out to gregorykphoto.com/store, link below, and check them out. So I could literally use anything on this shot, but I think this is the one that I chose. Now I have a blurry version. You see that? And these are depth blurred, by the way. You can't really tell here. But I also have a sharp version of the same shot. So here's a sharper one, right? So here I might, I kind of like the sharp version here. That looks pretty good. It shows a little depth behind her, so I kind of like that when you go and do these. Let's go and make sure I retained the shadow. I probably didn't have a shadow because it was a high key look, right? If I wanted to add a shadow, let me just come in here. So this one, maybe I try adding a little drop shadow. I'm going to click on that. It's putting it to the right. The light's coming from the right, so that makes no sense. So let's come down here and let's move the shadow. Let's change the horizontal to the left side, just like that. And let's make it, I guess, back there. I'm not real sure where the shadow is supposed to be, but let's make it back there. It totally looks fake, but I'm going to soften it with a shadow blur, right? And so now you've got actually some soft shadow back there. You can move it. Let's move it like up or down. Let's see, the light's coming from up, so maybe we adjust that vertical position downward, right? Like that. And we have, you know, a little bit even more depth there. Let's go. That just changed the whole look of the shot. There's before, high key, and then all of a sudden we have this sort of moody shot with color all over the place. I like that. Let's see, we got this one. So that could work. It's a little busy though with her top, so I want something maybe a little more solid, sharp. There we go. That's the one. So she's floating in the air. So let's come down here and let's play with the vertical. Let's bring it up a little bit. And I feel like we're going to run out of space. That's pretty good right there. I wish retain shadows was on by default because I always want to retain them pretty much. Now we have some depth, right? We've got shadows right back here. Looks pretty good, actually. I wouldn't change a thing. Let's go to this one. Let me reset that. So we went out here and we chose the amber, the half. Right, so there's the before and there's the after. Oh, when it came in, it's a little bit, yeah, it's not working, but with the opacity down, look what happened. So let's bring that down, and then suddenly we've blended it with the original color, and we just have like a tiny bit of texture back there that looks kind of cool, kind of like that. So there you go, options, right? Yeah, and then this one, we'll go back to Laura. Pretty much every backdrop I use on her looks good. She doesn't need a backdrop, but let's just add one. And let's go with that one that I really like. Is this? It's like a moody blue half, and it looks good even if it's sharp. That looks really cool with the colors. So find something that works, that really pops with the colors that you're using. I also have a blurred version down here. So if you felt like the blurry version was a little bit more appropriate, right? It's a sort of, you feel like it should be more, the background should be more compressed, shooting closer in, right? But I was shooting pretty, I shoot, 7.1 usually, 5.6 to 7.1. So, maybe a sharper look too. So we'll go to this one. I like it the way it is. We got a little bit of shadow over there. It's fine the way it is, but let's try the backdrop changer. And let's go to this one. And it's a little bit much. So I'm just going to pull the opacity back a little bit, just to give it like a little bit of texture, right? It's almost like instead of using the blurred version, I'm just softening it with the opacity here a little bit, right? And it's just a little softer. It doesn't distract you, from the model. I think that looks pretty good. And see, I wish I could bring the original shadow back stronger. Would be the only thing that I have for EVOTO. So in that case, if I wanted to see that original shadow, we go with the drop. Let's blur it a lot to try to mimic that original shadow. Let's move it. So we go to the crayon, move it this way because it was over here, right? That was the original shadow. And let's bring the vertical down a little bit, I guess. It's funny, I don't pay attention to exactly where shadows fall. I just know what side they should be on. I'm not sure if they should be lower or higher. Let's look at the original, but I think something like that will work, and then maybe lower the opacity a little bit, and that sort of mimics what we had originally. And so now we got some texture and a shadow. Let's turn the whole thing off. And yeah, so it was lower. It just gets stronger from the middle, and there's a gradient outward. I guess that is what, if we wanted, let's bring up this opacity. Maybe that's what this gradient is for. I haven't really used that a lot. It sort of is not having that gradient from the inside to the outside. It's from top down, it feels like, and it's stronger down here, so that's cool too. But play around with it. That's all I got to say. I would probably maybe bring the opacity down a little bit. Just like that. That's cool. I'm happy with that. So I'll stop there. Check them out. GKP Custom Digital Canvas Backdrops. Check the link below. Go out. Let me know if you have any trouble, installing them. They're in a zip file. Unzip them. Drag them into EVOTO, and you're good. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought.